friendly and sometimes less than friendly competition between allied countries, whether it's Canada versus the US versus Australia versus Europe for, can we get more beef in to China, we get more pork. And China's been very thoughtful about making sure that they just would play us off each other just a little bit in strategic ways that has been very effective. So for me, and certainly for the G7 as we've had conversations around this, the understanding that we cannot simply be trying to elbow each other out of the way for access to the Chinese market, but we need to be more thoughtful and concerted in how we move forward. Nuance in our approaches is really the only way to go. I don't think the idea of crossing our arms and turning our backs on any part of the world is something that is good for the Canadian economy or Canadian people, but not being naive, being very deliberate about how we do it, and working in concert with our friends and allies is the right way to do it.
You mentioned the chill that settled onto the Canadian-Chinese relationship after the case of the two Michaels, as it's known. You've also made reference to interference in Canadian democracy. Is there political space in Canada for a rapprochement with China?
Rapprochement, no. Certainly not at this particular moment. China has made decisions over the past years that have made it more difficult, not just for Canada, but for other countries, to engage in ways, I will admit, in 2015, the conversations we had was about working towards a free trade deal with China, working towards those sorts of things. But in real terms, the choices and the actions of China have made that more difficult. But like I said, we will continue to look for ways to engage constructively in ways of mutual benefit and try and rebuild a positive relationship in the interest of Canadians. But we're not going to be naive about it. Willingly and with very much enthusiasm. I think it's important for Canadians to know exactly everything this government has been doing in regards to foreign interference.
视频发完了，首先我们可以听到特鲁多在谈到中加关系缺乏和解空间的时候，他实际上是用法语说的他不是懵懂，就是这绝对没有和解的空间。为什么？实际上就是因为中共的问题。因为他实际上他这个视频里至少反映了2个方面的问题。第一个，在全球贸易上，他说了中共的玩法，就是我利用巨大的市场去引诱你们这些西方国家互相斗，对不对？就把我们耍得团团转，你们为了进入中国的市场，那么你们自己先互相掐，然后掐出一个对中共最为利好的，我再放你们进来。